to this beat.
Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you the gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, family, Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, homies. We are rocking. You are now rocking with the best. Essentially rocking with the best. Come rock with your man, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. We are talking about the big game versus the Missouri Tigers. The big game versus Missouri Tigers tomorrow night, 8:00 p.m. It is going down on the SEC network. We got an 8:00 game. 8:00 game, prime time on a Thursday night. Gonna sound familiar because it's gonna happen again in 2 weeks against the LSU Tigers. But that's another game for another day. We're talking about Missouri today. We are talking about Missouri, and we're gonna break down what Missouri is bringing to this basketball game and how the Gamecocks are going to respond from their 19-point victory over Mississippi State at home in the Colonial Life Arena, which continues the winning streak at home. But now we're going in hostile territory in Missouri, and we're going to see how the team responds. And not like we played bad, not like we played bad at all, but we played by average. We played by average South Carolina ball. Average, maybe a little bit above average, but that wasn't the type of brand of basketball that we are accustomed to seeing South Carolina play. And you watch the interviews, you've seen Dawn Staley, her interview and how she articulated the gameplay and what needs to happen, to regain the focus of this basketball team. And we saw the interview with Bree Hall as well, talking about the basketball game. So I expect a completely different performance tomorrow night against Missouri. I expect a performance that is similar to the performance that happened against Florida, against the teams that we said this team looks like a national championship contender. That's what I expect to see tomorrow night. I really do. I expect the offense and the defense to be engaged. I expecting the rebounding to return to what it can be. I expect defensive play. I expect a whole lot of things that's going to go down tomorrow night. And the Gamecocks will return to the way Carolina basketball plays. So break it down, Missouri. Missouri is 9-6. Missouri is 9-6. They're 0-2 in SEC play. 0-2 in SEC play. And they're currently ranked 81st in the net ranking. 81st in net ranking. Its strength of schedule is about 87th, 89th, somewhere around there. They're 0-3 versus teams in the top 50. They're a solid basketball team. They're a solid basketball team. 9-6 record, 0-2 in SEC play, 81st. That means they're solid. They're not an NCAA type tournament team. They're not a type team that will finish, high in the SEC tournament, but they are a solid team, and they're going to try their best when we take the court tomorrow night. It's at home. There's some history with South Carolina, Missouri. There's some history. And it's going to be a tough crowd. I expect if not a sellout, I expect a lot of folks up that Missouri game. I do. In terms of their offense, they're 48th in offensive rating. 48th in offensive rating, that's good. That's real good. That's almost top 10%. So offensively, they are talented. They're a talented team. Pace of play, they about moderate, I would say. Moderate play, about 74th in the country. Moderate to above average in terms of pace of play. Field goal percentage, they're good. 32nd in the nation. 32nd in the nation in terms of field goal percentage. Okay. 2-point percentage, 27th in the country. 27th in the country. These stats mean that Missouri can score the basketball. They can score the basketball. Their offense is the reason why they have won 9 basketball games. They can score the basketball. 3-point percentage, they're 41st in the country. 41st in the country. Free throw percentage, 39th. Assists, 59th. They are a solid, above average to really good type offensive team. But those offensive stats that Missouri is displaying that brought them 9 victories is running into the number 1 ranked defensive team in the country. Number 1 ranked defensive team in the country. So their solid, good to really good stats offensively is about to have a come-upness against the South Carolina women's basketball team. They're about to face the best defense they've ever played against. They're about to face the best defense they've ever played against. So their offensive rating, 48th. Our defensive rating, number 1. Okay? Their field goal percentage, 32nd. We're number 1 in defense in regards to field goal percentage. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. We're top 10 in 2-point percentage allowed. Something's got to give. They're 27th in the country. Something's got to give in that regard. And I believe defense wins games. And South Carolina has the number 1 defense. Thus, South Carolina is going to play very well and limit the Missouri Tigers' offense. Now, I'm not saying that Missouri ain't going to score, because Missouri is going to score the basketball. They're going to score the basketball. But we will limit them. We will slow them down. And we will make it uncomfortable for them to score. Fewest turnovers, they are ranked 169th in the country. So they give up the basketball. So I foresee Raven with 3, possibly 4 steals tomorrow night. Their assist to turnover ranking is 75th, which is solid. The reason they've won those basketball games, the reason they've had 9 victories out of 15 games is because of their offense. Make no mistake about it. Because it damn sure ain't the defense. It ain't the defense. The reason they've lost 6 games and 0-2 in SEC play is defense. It's defense. They're 184th in defensive rating. 184th in defensive rating. Know what that means? That means that they are an average defensive team going against a team in South Carolina who is top 5 in offensive rating. That's what it means. So their offense is good, really good, right? But their defense is not. And you're not going to beat a South Carolina team with a not good defense. That means that we are going to score the basketball. That means that we're going to score the basketball a lot. Field goal percentage allowed, 143rd in the country. 143rd in the country. 2-point percentage, 214th in the country. 214th in the country in field goal percentage allowed. 2-point percentage allowed. 2-point percentage, 214th in the country. You know what that means? That means 6'7", Kamilla Cardoza from Brazil, senior type, is going to ball out tomorrow night. They already have the 214th ranked basketball squad in regards to 2-point percentage allowed. They're going against a top 10 team, in South Carolina in regards to 2-point percentage scoring the basketball. They're going against a top 10 team in terms of a top 3 team in terms of a field goal percentage on offense. And they 214 stopping it? Kamilla Cardoza is going to have a field day tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is going to be the Shaq-like numbers that I've been hoping for. Tomorrow night, Kamilla Cardoza is going to dominate. She's going to dominate tomorrow night. This will be the game where she makes her statement stat stuffer type situation. I don't want to hear nothing about Kamilla Cardoza after tomorrow's game. Because she's going to ball out. It ain't going to be, oh, she missed all these bunnies. Oh, she did this. Oh, she did that. Because at the end of the day, Kamilla Cardoza is one of our best players on this basketball team. And she's going to ball out tomorrow. But she ain't going to be the only one. Because their 3-point percentage allowed is 80th. 80th. Going against the number 2 ranked 3-point shooting team in the country. You know what that means? That means that, yeah, Kamilla Cardoza is going to do her work on the inside. She's going to do her work in the post. She's going to dominate. She's going to get lobs. We might see that mid-range jumper that she's been holding back. But it also means that our best player in Te-Hina Paopao is going to straight ball out. Because they don't defend the 3 well. That also means Bree Hall will continue her stellar play because they don't defend the 3 well. I expect Te-Hina Paopao to hit 4 3-pointers tomorrow. I expect Bree Hall to hit 2 3-pointers tomorrow. And I expect Raven Johnson to hit 2 3-pointers tomorrow. My math is right. That's 4 plus 2 plus 2. That's 8 3-pointers from our top 3 guards. And we're not talking about MiLaysia Fulwiley. We're not talking about Tessa Johnson. We're not talking about either one of those players. I expect them to hit 1 or 2. I expect us to dominate Missouri against their porous defense. I expect it to happen. Steals a game, they're 182nd, which means they're average. They're average in regards to taking the ball away. Average. Blocks a game, they're terrible, 257th in the country, which means that they don't have an inside presence to block shots, to alter shots. And you 257 in regards to blocking shots, trying to combat the size of Kamilla Cardoso at 6'7", Ashlyn Watkins at 6'3", Chloe Kitt 6'2", Sanaya Fagan 6'3", Sakima Walker 6'5". Nah, it's a problem. It's a problem. And they have the resistance that they're going to show in tomorrow's game on defense. It ain't going to change. Your resume is what it is. You played 15 games. You're not going to just wake up in the morning with some amazing defensive plan because your team is not good defensively. This team is average to below average athletically. Watch Missouri play. But they can score the basketball. But on defense, we're going to eat them up. I expect us to run them out the gym. They're best players. Now, they got some solid players now. Haley Frank, number 43, 6'1", their leading scorer. But here's the thing. She plays 32 minutes. They have like 3 or 4 players who who average over 30 minutes a game. So they play a lot of minutes. You know, but with Haley Frank averaging 17.7 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting close to 50% from the field, shooting close to 40% from the 3-point line, 90% from the free throw line. She's a very good offensive player. And we will have to D her up. We will have to place a little better on-ball defense to slow her down. But she can't guard. So, and I get some stuff going on as I say, Cam Will. Some folks say Cam Will. Like, you always talking about, certain players who can't guard. And I always say, here's what I always say. A basketball player plays offense and plays defense. As a basketball player. A really good basketball player plays really good offense and plays really good defense. That makes a complete basketball player. Now, in 2024, over the last 6, 7, 8 years, basketball came up with this term two-way player. Two-way player. Two-way player means that this player can play offense and defense. They've taken away the total basketball concept. Because nowadays, we are just focused on offense. Offense makes the highlights. And I get it. You get clicks by offense. I get it. But for a player to be great, in my mind, you have to be great offensively and defensively, not just one side of the court. Because if you score 25 points and you give up 25 points at the other end, you ain't did nothing to me. You ain't did nothing. That's broke even. You ain't did nothing to me. But when you score 25 points and you limit the opponent that you guarding, and you taking pride on guarding this opponent, and you limit that opponent to score 15 points, then we have a conversation. We have a discussion. We have a talk about a great basketball player. But Missouri has some really good offensive players. Haley Frank, Grace Slaughter. Good offensive players. Grace Slaughter. Her number 0, 6'2" freshman guard. Freshman guard playing 31 minutes a game. So with Haley Frank, senior, 6'1", who's going to be seeing a lot of Chloe, going to be seeing a whole lot of Ashlyn Watkins, Sanaya Fagan, and Grace Slaughter, 6'2", 6'2" guard, freshman, who's averaging 11 points, 3 rebounds, couple assists, couple turnovers, but shooting 49% from the field, shooting 35% from the 3, and 100% from the free throw line, is going to see a whole lot of Bree Hall. She's going to see a whole lot of Te-Hina Paopao. She's going to see a whole lot of Raymond Johnson. Whole lot. She's going to see some things that she ain't seen before. She's going to see some defenses that she ain't seen before. She's going to see some coverages that she ain't seen before. That's the reality of the situation. And then I love this right here. I love this right here. Her name is Mama Dembele. I'm probably saying the name right, but wrong. She's from Spain. But you have a name that that's Mama. I kind of like it. She's a senior guard, 5'6". 5'6". We just played a guard in Mississippi State, 5'3", who could ball. And this one could ball too. Averaging 10 points a game. Averages 7 assists per basketball game. Averaging 5 rebounds. Playing about 30 minutes a game. Averaging 4 steals. So I mentioned before that they don't steal the ball well. Well, this one do. Oh, Mama do. Number 4, keep your eye on her. She steal the basketball. Not many other ones steal the basketball, but she definitely do. She's shooting 43% from the field, 27% from the three-point line. Very solid at the free throw line. Now she's going to see some defenses, some coverages tomorrow. But I'm confident. I'm just overly confident in regards to this basketball team and in regards to slowing them down. But at the end of the day, they got to play some defense on the other end, and they don't do that effectively. Now, Raven got to be careful with that basketball, because this one, Mama going to try to steal the ball. She's going to try to steal the ball. So Raven, Te-Hina got to limit the turnovers tomorrow in regards to Mama. And I'm going to say that a lot, Mama. I'm going to say that a lot. You got to take care of the ball. But you got to make it work on the defensive end. Get in foul trouble. We ain't got nothing to worry about in that regard. And then another one. The last one, Ashlyn Judd. Ashlyn Judd, 6'1" sophomore guard, playing about 28 minutes a game, averaging 14.6 rebounds, 42% from the field, 33% from the three-point line. They have decent size at the guard position, and this is the reason why, because they play 4 guards, 1 forward. Okay, that's the reality of it. You know, they got decent size of guard position, but also got guards trying to play forward at both of the forward positions, and got a 6'1" forward playing center. They're a small team. They're a small team. They will be outsized from the jump. When you see the tip-off, you will see the size difference with Missouri versus South Carolina. You see the size difference. The size difference will be obvious. It will be apparent when the game tips off. And they will be worn down through 4 quarters. This will be a slow beat down when the clock, when the sound, when the horn trumpet is off to say the end of the basketball game. This will be a slow beat down in Missouri. I'm predicting a 25 to 27 point victory for the South Carolina Gamecocks tomorrow night. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm predicting. So if I was a betting man, and and you rock with Captain Will, you already know that I'm a betting man, I would take the over in regards to the line. South Carolina has a point to prove. South Carolina will be focused in this basketball game. South Carolina, you will see the best version of South Carolina tomorrow night. Book it. Book it. South Carolina will ball out tomorrow night. Dawn, Lisa Boyer, Jolette Law, Winston Gandy, Sessions, everybody has chimed in. Everybody has took note. These girls will be laser focused because they know the narrative. They know what folks have been saying after that victory. After the victory over a solid team, Mississippi State. But they know they didn't play their best. So, Missouri Tigers, 81st in net ranking. Let me be the first to say to you on January the 10th. Let me be the first one to say to you on January the 10th. I'm sorry for your loss, because you're about to get the brunt of a Carolina team with something to prove. You're about to get the brunt of it. And I'm sorry that y'all have to play us after we played Mississippi State and was not playing the best basketball. I'm sorry. I am sorry for your loss in front of your home fans. This game will be a statement game for South Carolina women's basketball to let everybody know that there ain't no chinks in the armor, that Gamecocks are the best team in the country. This game will solidify that to everyone again, I believe that Kamilla Cardoza will have 20 points, 16 rebounds, 4 block shots, 4 assists, and will be dominant from beginning to end. I believe Ashlyn Watkins is going to have a double-double. I believe Chloe Kitts will have a double-double. If not a double-double, we'll be pretty close to a double-double. And I already told you my prediction for our 3 guards, 8 3-pointers. I believe that MiLaysia Fulwiley, because there is no way in hell that anybody, including Mama, can guard MiLaysia Fulwiley. I think she's going to have a couple of highlight plays tonight that's going to make you spill your sweet tea. I believe that. South Carolina will beat down Missouri Tigers. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.